BuzzChomp is back with more of Only Murders in the Building. We've got the season finale, episode 10. I'm Dan Salem, and there's a new killer on the loose. Wow, Jan did it. She actually did it. She stabbed herself, poisoned Charles, the man she claims to have loved, after poisoning and shooting Tim Kono in the head. She poisoned and killed the little cat. Jan was going to blow up the entire apartment building, apparently with the fireplace gas, or just release carbon monoxide and silent kill everybody. She went from like sweet musician to mass murderer. Now, the serial killer obviously was always inside of her, but she was going to mass murder everybody that lived in the whole building? Man, I mean, this is a comedy, so maybe it's not such a stretch. The fact remains, though, we have a new killer, and it may be Jan's partner, or a trio of partners. The season ended with a massive cliffhanger. The clip we got a vision of at the very beginning of the season, Mabel, covered in blood, over a dead body in tie-dye hoodie. Well, it was Bunny of the apartment building, the head of the HOA, in that tie-dye hoodie, stabbed to death with Mabel's own hairpin. Mabel walked in to her apartment, or Oscar's apartment, and Bunny fell at her. It's unclear how Bunny's dying corpse fell into Mabel's arms, but this is a comedy. We'll believe it. I don't think Mabel did this, but Jan has a partner. There's a new killer on the loose. Jan did not kill Bunny. Directly, anyways. The Demuses are the ones that killed Zoe. And then we're running a jewelry ring in the building. And then Theo trying to kill other people ever since. The Demuses are evil. Jan killed Tim Kono and tried to kill Charles, even though she almost intentionally failed. This is suspicious. Charles has been a loner. Nobody even knew Charles existed since Brazos, basically. It would make very little sense if Charles was Jan's accomplice, yet Jan didn't kill Charles. Now, I'm not sure why Charles would reveal that he figured everything out about Jan to Jan if they were working together, so maybe that was DOA. But Oliver is a reasonable suspect for a partner of Jan's. He is also a failed artist. She's not number one, she's number two. Oliver also lives alone. Very suspicious past. We don't know what he does. We just know he hung on to a car for 30 years that he never uses. Oliver had his dog poisoned, much like Jan stabbed herself. Oliver was the one that wanted to start the podcast, to track down the killer. It makes sense for him to do that if he knew who that killer was already in mind. So he could ensure that this all played out, and then she gets caught, only to let him be free. But he also got caught with Mabel so that it doesn't seem like he's involved. Ooh, it's devious and kind of weird. If not Oliver, then maybe it's back at pointing the finger at Sting. Sting, another musician, a grumpy old man, lives alone. Or maybe it's Zoe's sister. She's got to have family, right? They never even touched on that. Why was Bunny dead in Oscar's hoodie? But Oscar wasn't considered a suspect. Someone got into his house and got his hoodie. Was it his dad? There are a lot of good suspects for our new killer and Jan's potential partner. This show is wild and twisted. It doesn't really tell you anything until it throws it in your face like a rotten tomato. I truly enjoyed this season and the finale. It was weird and quirky. Charles got poisoned, but then since he didn't get fully poisoned, he could hobble along and into the elevator, and then it showed him standing up to Jan and calling her out, but then he was just mumble jumbling because he was so poisoned. Very, very funny. Some open questions leading into season 2. Who was our new killer? Obviously. Who killed Bunny ... Why did Charles not get poisoned to death? Why were Oliver and Mabel seemingly spared? Someone framed them, but didn't do a great job of it. Who is Jan's partner? And if she doesn't have a partner, what is her link to the Demuses? There's a linkage there. I know there is. There has to be. The Demuses are not done. Thankfully, we'll get more of Only Murders in the Building, because we got a whole can of worms and new questions for an all-new podcast in season 2. I'm very excited for this. But there's a new killer and lots of open questions. I'm Dan Salem. Comment below with your thoughts on who killed Bunny, who is Jan's partner, and what's to come on Only Murders. Woo!